Today I fucked up by sleeping with a married woman and getting feelings for her. For some context, I am 30 years old, M. and she is 27, F. We met through Bumble, the dating site of Bumble. We match and start chatting. As we start talking to each other, she lets me know that she is married and I ask, "Why are you on the dating site of Bumble?" And she responds with something along the lines of, "Well, I am not that happy in my marriage and I just want friends." So we continue to chat. Fuck up number 1. Last Friday I ask her if she would like to hang out at my place and just watch a movie. She agrees and during the movie we snuggle. I'm like, okay, if she is actively snuggling with me then I guess it's fine. After the movie, we talk a bit more about her marriage because I was curious. She says her husband doesn't put any effort into the marriage, never communicates, never does anything for her, she feels like he would leave her to go back to his country. So she is at a loss for what to do. Just she knows she doesn't want to end the marriage right now. Which is good, right? Well, fuck up number 2 is throughout the rest of the week. From Friday night to Wednesday, all I can think about is her. I get feelings fairly quickly, which is ginormous flaw in my personality, which I can see as a bad thing. But throughout the week we are texting and flirting with one another and she isn't stopping the flirting. So it just goes on and on. Then Wednesday, I ask her, "So if I was to cook for you, what would you like to try?" It's a what-if scenario. Obviously she responds and picks a dish I am good at and we set up another meeting at my place for Thursday, yesterday. Yesterday rolls around and I finish cooking just as she arrives at my place. We eat while watching True Lies, and when we finish we start snuggling up to each other even more. Then she asks if we can drink some wine. Here is the big fuck up. We start drinking, both of us have 2 glasses of wine. Then out of nowhere I kissed her and she didn't pull back and we started making out. Well, one thing led to another and we had sex. And we finish, she showers and then I shower. I take her to the metro station and wish each other a good night. Last night and throughout today, I have been thinking about her and I have deep feelings for her. Yes, I know it was an asshole move on my part to sleep with her knowing she was married. Just know I am between a rock and a hard place because I have feelings for her but she is married and it is a situation that you don't want to ruin the marriage but it is sorta is ruined. I fucked up because I know sleeping with someone who is married is wrong. My parents taught me that was wrong when I was growing up so I feel so guilty. But I never thought she would let it go that far that we'd have sex. So Reddit, that is how I fucked up. I understand I am the asshole here, no need to bash me for that. Just sharing my fuck up. Too long did not read. Slept with a married woman and now have feelings for her. If she'll cheat with you she'll cheat on you. She ain't yours, it's just your turn. The fuck up was first committed when she confirmed that she was a married woman, and you chose to continue on. That was the point of no return. The sequence of predetermined events were just waiting to be acted on. Please elaborate how continuing to talk with her after she said she was married was acceptable, considering here you both met. You snuggled. You didn't back away. You didn't even set up a boundary. You cooked for her, you gave her wine. We're not idiots here. You wanted it from the start. A couple things. 1. If she cheats on him she'll cheat on you. 2. She's married to another human. This is not the same as 2 kids in high school dating. Actual financial and emotional commitments were made. 3. In all honesty you are probably just someone to help get her through this rough spot in their story. You aren't part of that story. 4. If she is open to talking about the marriage this is a rebound. Ha, my guy, you are a rebound. Today I fucked up by donating $15,041 to a poor community in Bangladesh instead of the $150 donation I intended. This happened in February of last year, but my friends have been telling me I need to post this story online. So here goes nothing. My wife and I, both 31 years old, at the time, moved into a new 3-unit apartment building in San Francisco. One of our neighbors is a 70-something-year-old retired veteran, we'll call him Joe. For context, Joe is a white American guy and he's also a devout Hindu priest. One day I run into Joe in my hallway, and he tells me about this charity he manages for a community in Bangladesh. I wanted to support my neighbor and the charity, so I asked Joe to send me the GoFundMe link. The next day at work, I go on the GoFundMe page and donate $150. Or so I thought. Moments later, I get a text on my phone warning me of an unusually large transaction on my credit card. I'm confused and swipe to open the text message. It says I have made a payment of $15,041 to GoFundMe. Immediately I'm sweating. How could I have donated $15,000? I spend the next 10–15 minutes retracing my steps, and finally I realize my credit card starts with the numbers 4 and 1. It seems I had accidentally started typing my credit card information while my cursor was still in the donation box, and just like that 150 became 15,041. Yikes. I call GoFundMe's support line in a panic, and when I finally connect with a human I explain what happened. No need to worry, he tells me. They will initiate a refund of the transaction which should process in 3–7 business days. That's a huge relief. But then I ask the agent if the charity will be able to see the donation on the GoFundMe page until it is refunded. What do you mean? The agent asks me. What do you mean, what do I mean? Was my response. Will they be able to see the $15,041 donation? Unfortunately, yes, the agent tells me. They will be able to see it until the refund process is complete. I tell him that's a big problem, as the entire GoFundMe had hardly raised that much at that point. Surely they will notice their fundraiser doubling overnight? My plan was to knock on Joe's door the following morning to give him the full story, so that he could pass it along to his contacts in Bangladesh. But when I woke up the next morning, I looked at my phone and saw I had 40+ notifications on Facebook. Someone had sent me a friend request, had liked many of my old posts, and had sent me many messages. Immediately I was concerned when I saw that the individual messaging me had a Hindu name, but I never could have imagined what I saw when I opened his first message. The man had sent me a video of himself from Bangladesh, surrounded by dozens of impoverished and hungry people holding bags of food, thanking me by name, Michael, for my generous donation. A big round of applause for Michael. At this point, I've leapt out of my bed and I'm pacing. Part of me wants to scream, part of me wants to crack up laughing. I start swiping through the man's messages, and it is picture after picture after picture of poor Bangladeshis thanking me for my kind donation. Literally hundreds of photos of frail, elderly, disabled, and malnourished individuals holding signs with my name. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. I've uploaded a portion of the video, and a few photos, for you guys to see here. Needless to say, I couldn't live with myself just donating $150 after seeing how the community responded to the $15,041. I decided the least I could do was to add a zero, and so I donated $1,500 once the original donation was refunded. The charity's host was incredibly gracious and understanding, and he explained to me that $1,500 goes very far in Bangladesh for urgent food relief. Here is the charity's new GoFundMe link if you want to check it out. Ultimately, I think the whole experience was a win-win. I helped a great cause, and I got a funny story out of it. Too long did not read. Some impoverished folks in Bangladesh thought I had sent them $15,041, but it was an accident and I had to request a refund for most of it. Just a heads up, you're the only $150 listing, so folks will be able to deduce who you are if you care. I commented on the other post just to say well done. You are a good person. I cringed hard when you got to the part about them thanking you, fearful face. Best post on here in ages. Thank you for the great story and for helping out those folks. $1,500 is still very generous. Man, this got me good. I hope you didn't get behind on bills or anything after this mix-up. That $1,500 will go far in Bangladesh. You've helped a lot and I'm guessing you now have a fairly close affinity with the charity. I hope you get the chance to go out and visit them in person to see how you've helped out. Kudos to you. Well, you got me, forced my hand to donate.